Good afternoon. This is Pamela Bluewater for J&S Biblical Productions, July 28, 2018. We often ask, does God have a plan for us? Ephesians chapter 1, verses 11 through 12 says, yes, we were chosen, having predestined according to the plan. Today, we have a man in this studio who can testify to the truth of that statement. He has a remarkable story to tell us. Welcome, Mr. Timothy Bloomground.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you here.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Bloomground, please tell us a story again. This is pretty incredible. You had to stay in a hotel in Chicago last winter because your flight was grounded. Is that right?
Yeah, I checked into the 10-story hotel. I believe it was called the Hilton O'Hara Hotel. It was right by the airport, and there were no more flights that night because of the blizzard. And I remember I ordered some crackers and some caviar and got there, took a bath, and the water was still running when all of this happened.
So tell us, when did the strange events begin to occur?
Okay, so what happened was a polar bear wandered into the hotel and somehow wound up in the elevator without anybody seeing. And punched my room with its nose, and my room is on the 10th floor, and wanders through the corridor to my room, and my room, like I said, on the 10th floor, room 1010. And I heard this knock at the door. I thought, well, that's kind of unusual. So I go to open the door, and this polar bear pushes his way through. And it right away smells the caviar and goes right to it, of course, because, you know, it's caviar, it's fish eggs, and bears like that stuff. The caviar is right on the coffee table, and so he's able to sit there and eat it, and I'm just standing there in shock.
Yeah, so now what? Did you call the hotel manager?
Yeah, so it was the night manager. I ran to the phone, dialed 0 for operator, and I said, hello, is anybody there? She said, oh yeah, this is the night manager. Can I help you? And I said, yes, there is a polar bear in my room. Could you please do something? She says, I'll be right up.
Now, this is pretty unusual, isn't it, even for a hotel in Chicago?
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that polar bears like to hang around hotels anywhere. But it was about 5 minutes later, I heard another knock at the door. I heard, this is Beverly Blossom, I'm the night manager. So I sprung to my feet, opened the door, and in enters this woman who's just heavenly looking, and she just has this aura of magic.
Aw, I can't wait. Now what?
Well, the polar bear finished the caviar, wandered into the bathroom and got into the tub and goes for a swim. And Beverly says without hesitation, I think we should call the zoo. And I said, yeah, it's probably a good idea.
So then what? Did someone from the zoo come, or?
You know, I don't even remember. Like, it's all just kind of a blur. But Beverly and I hit it off real well, and we were married 2 weeks later. And we have this beautiful apartment. We live happily ever after on the 10th floor, because it was the 10th floor that brought us together, Lake Shore Drive, Lake Michigan. And she's expecting a baby in August.
Aw. So do you think God has a plan for all of us like that?
I'll tell you what I think. Yes, all the strange coincidences, the snowstorm, stranded in a hotel with a mysterious polar bear, and the night manager, who happens to be the most beautiful girl in the world. I think you must be living a good life.
Oh, I'm so sorry I'm late.
Okay, darling, you're always late.
Very true. I got caught up on North Michigan Avenue. The traffic was so heavy. I'm Beverly.
Hi, it's so good to meet you.
I brought your shaving cream.
Oh, thank you. What are you trying to say?
I thought you might need it.
Thank you. It is my favorite.
So did he tell you about the polar bear and how it brought us together?
Yes, he sure did.
Okay. Yeah, it's so funny. Life is such a series of random events. So many things happening at the same time. But sometimes it's like, really, are they that random? Like, you know?
So tell us what you think about that.
Well, I think it was God's plan for us to meet that night. and he did it in a mysterious way. So we do go to the Chicago Zoo every Saturday. We see the polar bears and we feed them fish. So, because that was the key thing that brought us together.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would never have met. So I do think that God has a plan for us and all of that. So we are expecting a baby, pregnant, in August. And if it's a boy, we're going to name him Elisha, after he's the protege of the prophet Elijah. Or if it's a girl, it'll be Mary. So there you have it.
Aw. Well, Timothy, I think she's right, even about the polar bear. He was no doubt a messenger from God, hooking you up with Beverly. So what do you think? To our viewers, does God have a plan for all of us as suggested in Ephesians chapter 1, verses 11 through 12? This is Pamela Bluewater for J&S Biblical saying, have faith in God.
What are your thoughts on today's story? We'd like to know. So, leave a comment and subscribe to our channel, J&S Authentic Biblical Productions. Whether it's the Word of God through parables, true stories illustrating parables, or true stories in the life of Jesus Christ with commentary, you can see them all by subscribing to the most comprehensive collection of videos of biblical stories for you and your family. Have a blessed day.